Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's information seminar. A warm welcome to you all. So tonight we're going to try to do a few things. As the title indicates, we will talk about how this program will help you to get into PCLL. And we run many different law programs at Hong Kong U Space. And there are a plethora of programs that we offer, many of which will allow you to gain a PCLL. This is one of them. We also offer other programs, both at the sub-degree, degree, and also postgraduate level. If you're interested, you're most welcome to, of course, go to our websites, at Hong Kong U Space, or also our social media accounts. We have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have YouTube. Please ask us any questions and we welcome all kinds of queries. My name is Thomas. I'm one of the program directors at Hong Kong U Space, and we are one of the oldest providers of law programs in Hong Kong. In fact, Hong Kong U Space offered the very first law program even before the University of Hong Kong. We started to offer a Bachelor of Laws in conjunction with the University of London back in 1964, so a long time ago. So let's try to think about why a law qualification might be important. Whether you want to stay in Hong Kong, whether you want to go overseas, whether you're thinking about the legal profession as a career, whether you are thinking about using the law to do something else or to assist you in your profession, whether you're an engineer in human resources or something else, the law might be very important to you. For example, in day-to-day life, we make many different contracts, we encounter many different situations, whether you're downloading an app, whether you're buying food, whether you're buying anything at all, online, offline, there are all sorts of laws which are involved. It is very important for us to think about the concept of risk reduction. Risk reduction is very important. And sometimes we don't know about the particular risk that we face until we know what they are. Let me give you an example. Many people have heard of Uber, the ride-sharing platform. But what happens if you're involved in a car accident? Who's responsible? You might think that the driver is responsible. That is true, but he or she might not be able to give you compensation. What happens then? If you want to seek compensation, can you sue Uber? Can you get your money back? If you look carefully when you download the app or when you go to the website, you might see that the law governing your agreement is not Hong Kong law, but the law of the Netherlands. They also say that it is arbitration and not litigation. What do those terms mean? Arbitration, litigation, jurisdiction. You might also see that the maximum amount of money they say you can claim is 500 euros, which is about $5,000 Hong Kong. Would that be sufficient to cover your injuries? You might be thinking of joining a gym. And very recently, you might have seen that there are many gyms which has opened and many gyms which has also closed down. Well, what happens if you join a gym and the gym closes down? Can you get your money back? If you decide to buy a property, what happens? Can you be assured that the owner is really the owner? Can you be sure that the owner has complete rights to the property? What about if someone else makes a financial contribution? For example, the husband, the wife, the family, if they pay the deposit. What are their rights compared to yours? If, for example, you are in a relationship, what happens if there is a separation? Do you get half? More than half? What if there are children involved? What if there are other assets involved in other places outside of Hong Kong or in Hong Kong? What are the grounds for separation in Hong Kong? Of course, the basic law is very important. What about if you make an investment? How much do you know about the company? What are due-class shares? What are voting rights? Ignorance is not a good thing. Ignorance is risk. So I hope I convinced you that law is still very important in Hong Kong, and having legal skills is an asset no matter what you do. Then let's talk about what law qualification might be suitable for you. Think about the certificate in legal studies, think about the JD, LB, or the graduate diploma in English and Hong Kong law. Traditionally, on the right-hand side, if you want to get into PCLL, if you want to practice as a lawyer, then most people would likely think they must study a Juris Doctor, a Bachelor of Laws, a graduate diploma in English and Hong Kong law. But now, the Certificate in Legal Studies also offers you an excellent pathway to PCLL. Most JD programs are very expensive, costing about $400,000, taking quite a long time, whether 3.5 to 4 years. However, the Diploma and Certificate in Legal Studies allowed you to study at a much more relaxing pace. It's also modular. What do I mean by that? If you decide to stop after 1 year, you still get an legally recognized legal qualification. You can go on to the diploma, go on to the advanced diploma for legal studies, etc. So every step of the way, you get an industry-recognized legal qualification. If you look at the very first year, the Certificate in Legal Studies, it's basically 5 core law areas over 9 to 12 months. We've been running this program for almost 30 years, and we have had a lot of students. In fact, you don't need to take IELTS, you don't need to take GMAT. There are no requirements for entry. Anyone can join. It's an open enrollment course. You can enroll online or come to one of our learning centers. And you'll be studying 5 law topics in the Certificate in Legal Studies. Hong Kong legal systems, which is the common law legal system, contract torts, business associations, which is company law. Civil procedure talks about suing someone and being sued, the process of litigation in Hong Kong. And of course, Hong Kong basic law. We also teach you important legal skills like legal writing, legal research, and legal thinking. All our teachers have extensive legal experience. They are legal experts. Most of them are practicing lawyers, barristers, solicitors, company secretaries. And in fact, all the legal textbooks are provided for you. So you don't need to go out and buy expensive legal texts. You have access to Hong Kong U resources, the law library, the main library. And the great thing is, it's designed for you. We understand that you work. We understand you have family obligations, you have life obligations. So that this program is designed around you. 1 or 2 classes a week, weekdays 7 p.m. or on Saturday afternoons. You have a choice of exams. You can come to exams in June, come to exams in August, or come to exams in October. 3 exams a year, and most students complete within the 1 year. For many students, they like to think about, well, what happens if I want to move on to more advanced law studies? You're guaranteed a place on the London ULB prep course, and you're also guaranteed a place to the graduate diploma in English and Hong Kong law, provided that you have completed the advanced diploma for legal studies, which we'll tell you more about when we start this program. However, as I mentioned before, there are many different pathways to PCLL. For example, traditionally, you can go to PCLL after completing the certificate and diploma to the London ULB, or you've completed the certificate diploma, the advanced diploma for legal studies. You can go on to the graduate diploma in English Hong Kong law, or this new pathway, which we'll talk more about in a moment, the advanced diploma for legal executives. So all these three pathways allowed you to go towards PCLL. And PCLL is the recognized pathway towards legal qualification in Hong Kong. Whether you want to become a barrister or solicitor, you must go to PCLL. We have two different options for you. One is what we call the general stream. The general stream has already started. It is basically one intake a year. Or the professional stream. The professional stream is coming up, and classes will be starting at the end of February next year. And the great thing about the professional stream is that the classroom size, are catered towards a smaller group of students. So the classrooms, the class size fits between 50 to 60 students, and a very convenient location, whether in Admiralty Centre or United Centre. In terms of the pass rate is very high. Traditionally, we have students achieving very good grades. Most students who enter the course, 80 to 90% of the students pass the assessments. The assessment consists of one exam and one assignment. And the reason for the high pass rate is because we do give you a lot of assistance. Revision classes, materials, past papers, a lot of things, in fact, to help you do your very best. And as I mentioned before, after 1 year, you can achieve the certificate in legal studies. The second year, you can achieve the diploma in legal studies. So what do you study in the diploma? 5 more legal subjects: criminal law and procedure, land law and conveyancing, family law. Succession and probate discusses what happens to people's property when they pass away, and of course the mainland legal systems. In terms of opportunity, the demand for legal services is still very strong. You can become a paralegal. If you're on the professional stream, you can become a legal executive. If you look online, there are many jobs available for graduates of our programs. Whether it be banking, whether it be for the government, in the private sector, law firms, etc. There are many different job opportunities available for our students. In terms of salary, the payment is quite good, depending on whether you're working in a large firm, small firm, large company, or small company, and also depending on what background you have. You can claim CEF because both the certificate, diploma, and the advanced diploma are listed on the CEF list, and you have to check if you are eligible. If you think studying law would benefit you, then please enroll in the certificate in legal studies. Try out for 1 year. If you want to stop after 1 year, the great thing is you still get an industry recognized legal qualification. You can join us, as I mentioned, online, offline. The program is first come, first serve. So please join us.